We are live on Zoom, pandemic style. 2.5 jabrones, working from home. I'm Rosie.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Braulio.
And then me.
I'm Cooper.
Cooper's
The
in front of me.
cameraman.
Cooper's in front of the camera for once.
Oh, per usual.
It's nice. It's nice to be in front of the camera, okay?
Yeah. Hopefully you won't be sweating as much today.
Right, yeah. Struggled with that last time.
Guys, how we doing?
Doing good, pretty
What's up?
swell.
Doing good.
Wild.
Braulio, how are
wild.
you doing?
Yeah,
Dude,
Braulio, specifically,
it
how are you
sucks.
doing? Not great. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna talk about real football first. Emmy, lead us off.
All righty. What team has surprised you the most this last 2 weekends?
The last 2
Surprising,
weekends.
like in a good way or in a bad way?
Either way.
Either way?
Either way.
We don't discriminate here.
The Bengals.
Okay. Why?
0-2.
They were 0-2 last year too.
Yeah, they
I
were
know,
0-2
but like
last.
he re-injured his calf again, so they're probably gonna be 0-3.
Who do they
It's
have
gonna
next
go
week?
downhill.
Is he gonna start next week or is that still up
They
in
say
the
he's
air?
gonna start, but let me see. I think they
We
have,
keep saying he, but like fuck these pronouns. Say Joe Burrow.
yeah.
But like they play Mondays. I mean, they have a couple more time.
A couple more times.
Come
It's
They
been a
play the
long-
Rams.
They
They
do
play
play
the
the
Rams.
Oh yeah, it's a Super Bowl
Uh,
rematch.
That's a good
Yeah.
segue because the Rams are the team that have surprised me the most this year.
Yeah,
They,
that was mine.
they
That was
are
mine.
frisky.
yeah, they look good.
They are frisky. So it turns out you can just replace your all-pro wide receiver with just vowels.
Yeah.
You can just find a bunch of guys that with names that you can barely pronounce, and then that's it. You're good.
Yes.
Basically.
Fucking Tutu and Puwaka.
Puka
Puka
Nakua.
Takua. You
From
can't
Tua.
forget Ben Skoranek.
Skoranek, yeah. Skoranek is putting in work.
Skoranek. Like
What's really the most surprising about the Rams, which me and Gabe both should not be surprised about, is that somehow Cam Akers fooled everybody again into drafting him.
Every
And
year.
the Rams they were just like, nah,
Every year.
just some fuck.
Fucked
We'll
up is
just
I
find
do-
some guy to play
He's in
running
the
back.
trade block now.
Dude, I knew about Kyron Williams last year too, because I remember at the beginning of the year, Adam Schefter had said, like, this is my secret player that I have one every year, and this is the year. And last year he like broke his ankle on the opening kickoff. And I knew
remember
that he
too.
existed. And then I still they fed me all the same bullshit about Cam Akers being the guy and volume's gonna be king and he's gonna be everything. And then,
Literally, they gave
just
him
don't like it.
they gave him one series, and they were like, "We've seen enough.
oh yeah,
Go
he is
sit
still
down, Cam."
the same
Yeah.
person.
Oh, unbelievable. What about you, Coop? Who's your surprise?
the Chargers.
I can't believe
I just,
anyone's
like-
surprised about the Chargers. We do this every year with the Chargers. There's two
I-
teams in this league that do less with more, and that's the Chargers and Minnesota. And we do it every
Oh, for
fucking
real?
year. We do it every fucking year. We look at the Chargers and they go, man, if this was a fantasy team, they go fucking 17-0. But they have a fucking coach that doesn't know how to punt,
Yeah.
a
Brandon
defense that never
Staley's-
shows up, and it's like we do it every year. I don't understand. I
Yeah.
can't believe you're surprised about that.
It's just like there's a bunch of other teams that are like 0-2 and 2-0 that are like surprising to a lot of people, but I don't know. The Chargers losing to the Titans with
Well, what they scored like
Nobody.
58 points, they have no turnovers, and they're 0-2.
It's just
Damn.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's just fucking incredible how fucking atrocious.
The team,
Like,
the coach.
They're the worst good team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you motherfuckers, and some of y'all are young, you don't remember. Like, this goes back to LaDainian Tomlinson, fucking
17 years. of
Antonio
Bears.
Gates, fucking, it's been like this for decades. It's infuriating to watch them. What about you, Gabe? What's your surprise?
Atlanta.
They're
Oh,
frisky
you
too.
dick!
They're pretty frisky too.
Yeah, Atlanta is surprising, and it's more surprising that we were like all last year and including this year. If you're playing fantasy, you're criticizing Arthur Smith for not using these amazing assets that they've gone out and got in the first round.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think it's. I don't
he's
think it's
finding ways to
that.
win.
I don't think it's that he's not. He's not utilizing his assets. I just they haven't found a quarterback that isn't dog shit for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
they're using the 49ers blueprint. They just haven't found their Brock Purdy yet.
That's true because Ritter's for sure not it.
Dude.
He's-
Ritter's yikes.
How confident would you be in proclaiming the Falcons the team to beat in the NFC South if they just said fuck it and started Taylor Heineke?
Oh, dude, I think Taylor Heineke would be a huge upgrade.
Well, I mean, he did almost beat Tom Brady in a playoff game. So, like, I mean, he's
No, I just think
Basically.
like the other the throwing aspect of things and like the scrambling option too. Because like Desmond, like just look at that in place like stiff.
Yeah,
100% right.
For Kyle
100%
Pitts,
right.
you have to get it like just within somewhere, like
Yeah.
kind of. Close to
Dude, it's an act of football terrorism to have that man on you and not just close your eyes and throw him the ball 3 times in the red zone.
Dude.
What are we
like unworldly tough.
What are you doing? Yeah. What about you, Emmy? Now that we took all the surprises.
Honestly, for my personal one, is the Colts are fun to watch. That's my surprise so far.
The Colts were fun to watch last year, just in a completely different way.
No, yeah, but like we're actually not bad, you know.
It was like watching a demolition derby.
I don't know,
Like
just
it's a
think
good
AR
time, but there's nothing
scored.
productive happening.
If he didn't get the concussion, AR probably would have gotten at least another touchdown and like.
Speaking of, does he have an update? Is he out or what?
So right now they're thinking of sitting him this week, but they haven't released any type of update yet. No.
Okay.
Travel to the Ravens.
How confident are you in Anthony Richardson having a productive 10-year career?
10 years, maybe not, but
like it's gonna be a fun 6.
Maybe, yeah, 6. Oh, easy.
A depressing 2.
How many years was Cam Newton good for?
like 2,
5, 6.
I'm gonna pull up Cam Newton's career.
I was gonna say because he kind
Well,
of
we have
went
10
down
minutes
after
left.
that Super Bowl loss.
Yeah, after the
Hold up, this motherfucker is asking me. We have 10 minutes left on this meeting. I thought it started when I hit record.
Oh, did it start from like the beginning?
It started from when I turned the computer on.
This is our first Zoom show, if you can't tell. People watching.
Yeah. Bro, I am not spending $4
1, 2,
to extend this
4,
meeting.
5, 6, 7, 8. He had like 8 good years with over 3,000 passing yards.
Okay, so we have 10 more minutes. Let's talk about Anthony Richardson and then we'll restart. I'll just pay for Zoom and bill you guys on Venmo. Cam Newton had 8 good years. How edit that out, Cooper. Cam Newton had 8 good years. How confident are you in 2 questions. How confident are you in Anthony Richardson having 8 good years? And how confident are you in Jim Irsay being able to capitalize on the 8 good years of Anthony Richardson and not wasting everybody's time?
And AR, I am very confident. I'm like a 10 out of 10.
For 8 good years?
Oh, heck yeah.
It's been 45 minutes. He already has a concussion.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Dude, he hasn't made it 2 full games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
To be fair though, okay, you know what? I'm kind of on a scale. I'm like at 6 of 8 good years. At 6 out of 10. Like at 1 out of 10. And then Irsay fucking it up at 2.
it's gonna happen.
I just don't think he'll.
It's just gonna.
What are your chances of winning a title with Anthony Richardson? Better or worse than with Andrew Luck?
Better.
What?
Wow.
What?
That's the craziest
Look at
thing
the
you've
old line
ever
we
said.
had with Andrew Luck. He had no old line. You know how they and then AR's actually playing with a good old line, and we have
Okay, but what I'm saying is Anthony Richardson is playing with a good old line, already has a concussion, is going to miss a week.
That's it. That honestly, that's literally his fault. He literally went into the end zone with not even covering himself. He just went like a college. Oh, it's gonna let me score.
I love making him argue against himself because it's fucking amazing. So you're confident in his ability to stay healthy when he injured himself.
He'll be okay.
All right. Emmy's a Colts fan. If you guys haven't been able to tell.
It was actually really funny. I was telling Emmy this week or like earlier this week that they should sit Anthony Richardson because of initially the knee thing and then his concussion. And I was like, it's a long season. I mean, it's week 2, and then sure enough, first quarter got another concussion. So
cool story, bro.
Yeah,
laid out the facts.
So I'm looking at Cam Newton's career stats right now. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 2011, his rookie year, 4,000 yards, 21 tutties,
4,000 passing yards.
Yeah, and then his rushing, he had 700 rushing yards. Okay. If Anthony Richardson comes back, let's say Anthony Richardson comes back and plays the rest of the season, better or worse numbers than 2011 Cam?
4,700 yards,
Worse.
35 touchdowns.
Either a lot less passing and the same amount of rushing.
Okay.
They literally ran a QB draw like 25 yards out and he scored it, which is nuts.
No, listen, he's an incredible athlete. Your hopes are really high. I just want to be here to cushion.
We've been exciting to watch.
Like 45 minutes. You've had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the time that you've been alive. Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me?
Guess what?
You know when the last time the Raiders had a fucking Hall of Fame quarterback? I wasn't alive.
Rich Gannon didn't make it into the Hall?
No, he had 2 good years. Get the fuck out of here, Rich Gannon.
Derek Carr.
Oh, Jeff Hostetler didn't make the Hall of Fame? No, he did not. No, Jay Schrader is not in the Hall of Fame. What were we talking about? Are we done talking about Anthony Richardson and Emmy's pie in the sky?
Yeah!
Pie in the sky hopes.
No, okay. I want all of you guys' honest opinion on him because I've asked all my friends and they all have told me like he's just gonna be an average quarterback, and I feel like there's just no way. See, my as an average quarterback is Jimmy G.
Jimmy G's not an average quarterback. He is solidly below average. I think the line, it used to be like the Andy Dalton line. Like if your quarterback was worse than Andy Dalton, you have no chance. But Andy Dalton gives you a chance to win, right?
Yeah.
I think Derek Carr is that guy now. If your quarterback is any worse than Derek Carr, you might as well pack it in. Like you're tanking. And Jimmy G is worse than Derek Carr. I think Anthony Richardson has a chance to be Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But I think it's more realistic. That's his ceiling. And I think it's more realistic that he's Justin Fields, but his arm works.
Or
you know what I mean?
And his vision.
Yeah.
See, bro, that's another
definitely the most surprising of the rookies. Like for the one that was supposed to be the least prepared for the NFL.
100%. 100%. Like what part of it is that he came into a situation where they were like, we're going to throw you to the wolves, but we're going to tailor this offense to do exactly what we know you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real test is in like week 10, week 12, if he's taking a 3-step drop, making the right read, and putting the ball on the money. If he starts doing that in week 10, week 12, then you have Cam Newton.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. because he did miss
He's not making throws yet.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah.
He like puts he sips that ball like Pittman he went for a slant and the ball went through his hands, but it wasn't the Pittman's fault. It was just the ball was way too hard.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Cam Newton's not the right comp. I think the right comp is Randall Cunningham.
Ooh, I used him in Madden.
But like young Randall, you're not old enough to remember young Randall on the Eagles. Not Randall on the Vikings was a complete quarterback. Randall on the Eagles was a raw athlete who learned how to play quarterback.
As long as it's not that Moon guy.
Warren Moon?
Yeah.
Dude, if he's Warren Moon, Warren Moon is better than anybody that we're talking about now.
There's also no way he lasts as long as Warren Moon. Warren Moon played forever.
Yeah, Warren Moon played. Okay, are you gonna make the ring argument? Because we can talk. Don't get me started, because I just read an article about Dan Marino the other day that got me all fired up. Like,
well, no, Moon is just like I don't know who he is. I never watched him play, obviously. And then fucking
arrogance and the ignorance of fucking
his card always pops up in Madden, bro. And it's like so ass.
Yeah, Warren Moon played 17 years.
It's crazy to me that kids these days get their fucking pro football history information from fucking Madden cards. That's ridiculous.
At least I do. But I'm a Mexican kid, came from Mexico.
That's fine, but you have YouTube and the internet. You can like a 30-second search.
That interview with Tyreek Hill, where he talks about how he preps for a game. He doesn't watch film or anything. He just plays Madden against the defense. So
listen, when I guess when you're literally the fastest person in the league and you can do whatever you want, you can do that. But I guarantee you fucking Cooper Kupp is not playing Madden to fucking prepare for defenses.
You guys want to head into second question?
Yeah, do the next question.
Okay. What's the part of football season that you enjoy the most that's not football?
The food.
The food?
Yeah, well, it's the ritual of the whole thing, right? Like you have, like, I don't know how you guys watch football on Sundays, but I have a whole routine, right? Like I don't kick the kids out of the house. I strongly encourage Caitlin to take them on an outing. and then I make either like a sandwich or like I make like this week I made like sausage and peppers and like it was really good. I made sausage and peppers and I had the fucking and I start cooking at like exactly 11:15 so that like the food is ready to eat at 12 and I'm there with Scott Hansen when he goes 7 hours of commercial-free football starts now. And I'm like, yes, it does. And then I watch the early games and then the kids and Caitlin come home. And then I go upstairs and I watch the late games like while I'm doing my work for the rest of Sunday. And it's just like the ritual of the whole thing. I know from noon all the way until 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm going to be entertained and I'm going to be fucking with fantasy and I'm going to be shit talking in the group chats and I'm going to be talking with my friends and talking with my cousins. And it's like having a social network, but I don't have to put pants on for a whole fucking day. You know what I mean? Like it's great. That's the part of like it's not like that with any other sport because football is Sunday. That's it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like hockey and baseball is all year long. Football is on Sunday. This is what we're all doing.
For me, it's mostly like I was talking to Brian the other day. It's just like knowing that you're gonna wake up on Sunday and like be able to watch something all day. Okay. Yes. And especially when Brian and I both work on Sundays, like now we can actually be at work entertained, like talk to tables about the games and like it's like you said, whole different vibe and like whole different like and like it's so much easier to make like conversation with the customers.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm wearing my Pittman jersey. Like 20 people ask me, "Oh, sorry about your quarterback." someone told me my quarterback sucked, and then I asked him who's I'm like, what the fuck? And then he goes, I'm like, what? Who do you like? And he goes, like the Chiefs, bro. I'm like, I like your receivers, buddy. Still on my tip, okay? It's an $80 tab.
Tony out here.
Yeah, that's mine. Just the environment at work is different too. Like seeing Ben freak out about his 2 weeks.
Isn't it fucking funny watching Ben slowly become part of the football group? Like,
Yeah.
No, it's the same with fantasy. Like
watching
he's
him
so
and KP
pissed.
like get the full fantasy experience.
it's like watching them
having players.
Yeah, it's like watching them grow up. It's fucking wild.
It's so awesome that Ben was the one that had Aaron Rodgers too. And like, just wanted to trade for Garrett Wilson.
And then Waddle, like Waddle went down for the concussion and goes, "I'm done. This thing's
He's got like the full fantasy experience.
Yeah.
And then he told me that Gabe immediately texted him when DK went down.
Dude, it's so I love sending him all the videos on TikTok. Like every 10 minutes, like watch all of Aaron Rodgers highlights for the season. It's 10
the 4 seconds.
Did you see this fucking idiot said that he was going to try to come back this year?
Yeah, if
Yeah,
they make the postseason, he'll be able to play in the playoffs.
Let me tell you something.
Zach Wilson
If the Jets make the postseason without Aaron Rodgers, it's because they replaced him.
Yeah,
It's because they moved on and they were like, oh well, we'll just roll with Chad Henne.
I think they have like a week 5 bye. If Zach Wilson is still the quarterback by then,
There's no chance. There's no chance by week 7 that Zach Wilson is playing quarterback for the New York Jets
or for any professional football.
No chance. Have you seen? Have you? You know, I edit that out. There when you're drafting a quarterback to lead your franchise, shouldn't part of the equation when you're evaluating this man to be look at this man's face and determine how punchable it is?
Yes.
Have you seen this fucking idiot? Or like just what he looks like? Look at this fucking dummy. Look at him. This is what he looks like. Can you imagine? Look, there's 3 quarterbacks there. There's 3 quarterbacks here. Which one of them would you pay $100 million to lead your fucking franchise? Not this fucking dickhead.
The guy behind him.
Get this fucking unironically wearing a fucking ninja headband to work.
Wait, hold up. If you bring your cursor down to like the bottom right, that's like nope, one more down. That's the Zach Wilson I'd pay.
Can you fucking imagine?
Pro day video.
And what a fucking scumbag Aaron Rodgers is to fucking pull him aside after he shit the bed against the Packers, knowing full well he's going to New York next year. Going, hey man, you're fucking awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. I love your game. See you at training camp. Unfucking believable.
I love the salty Jordan Love just off to the side in that picture.
He's like, yeah, Jordan Love this is the moment where he said, huh? You're gonna see next year, motherfucker.
Bro, they're doing good too, the Packers.
But yeah, the Packers are doing good.
You know, it was really fucking annoying watching Jordan Love be a competent quarterback. Not just that he threw for 3 touchdowns twice in a row, whatever, blah, 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 blah. The fucking Packers have fallen ass backwards into 2 Hall of Famers and groomed another fucking QB that's going to take them for the next 10 years in the time that the Raiders have had 1,000 atrocious quarterbacks. 1,000. I'm going to look up the list of Raiders QBs. Cooper, what was the first year that Brett Favre was a starter for Green Bay?
On top of your head?
Yeah, top of your head. I want you to.
I don't know.
Look it
I
up.
was
boy.
hoping you would pull your phone out and look
99?
it up while I'm looking up the other thing, but whatever.
His small hands can't reach that far, bro. He has to travel to the other key.
1991.
Okay, 1991 was the first year that Brett Favre was
That's
a
what I was
starter.
gonna say.
Let's go QBs by year for the Los Angeles Raiders, starting in 1991. Jay Schrader and Todd Marinovich sucked. Jay Schrader, Todd Marinovich also sucked. Jeff Hostetler, Vince Evans. Jeff Hostetler was the backup quarterback for the New York Giants, who, when Phil Simms got hurt, rode the fucking best defense in the league to the fucking Super Bowl. And we signed him to be our starter. Jeff Hostetler, 95. Jeff Hostetler, Vince Evans, and Billy Joe Hobert. If your quarterback has 3 names, he automatically sucks. Jeff Hostetler and Billy Joe Hobert. 1997, you'll be interested in this one. I mean, in 1997, the Raiders had Jeff George. You know who Jeff George is, right? No, because you don't know your history. Jeff George was drafted by the Indianapolis Colts and had the best arm anybody had ever seen, but he was also a fuckhead, so they dumped him, and guess who picked him up? Jeff George, 1998. Jeff George, Donald Hollis. I don't even know who that is. Donald Wayne Hollis. Say 3 names. And Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson was the worst quarterback you've ever seen. He played for the Vikings for 100 years. 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, Rich Gannon. Those are the glory years where we lost to our actual coach in the fucking Super Bowl. 2003, Rick Myra, Rick Gannon, Marquise Tuiasosopo. That's too many syllables. 2004, Kerry Collins. 2005, Kerry Collins, Tuiasosopo. Do you guys know who Kerry Collins is? Google him. He's fucking terrible. 2006, Andrew Walter and Aaron Brooks. Awful. 2007, Josh McCown. I remember this shit. Josh McCown, Dante Culpepper, and Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus
I
Russell.
remember Jamarcus.
2008, Jamarcus Russell, Andrew Walter. 2009, Jamarcus Russell, Bruce Gradkowski, and Charlie Fry. Charlie Fry was my generation's Colt McCoy. 2011, the rotting corpse of Carson Palmer, Jason Campbell, and Kyle Bowler. That was the year that we picked up Jason Campbell because he was really good, and then he died. And so we coaxed Carson Palmer out of retirement after his leg almost fell off in Cincinnati. And we traded all of our draft picks to fucking get him. 2012, Carson Palmer. 2013, Terrell Pryor. Do you know who Terrell Pryor was? He was an Ohio State quarterback who couldn't throw. He was like Justin Fields. And we started him for 2 years.
He had a 98-yard touchdown.
A 98-yard touchdown run was his big, and then we made him a receiver and he couldn't catch. It was fucking incredible. 2014, Derek Carr had an almost MVP year in 2016, and then he broke his back and his leg at the same time and was never the same again. And that brings us up to Jarrett Stidham, Jimmy Garoppolo. Can you imagine? They've had 2 Hall of Famers. 2 and another good quarterback. Unfucking believable. I don't even want to fucking do this podcast anymore.
How did we get so off track? We're talking about you remember the football.
Because you got me fucking started with Jordan Love. Don't fucking. These motherfuckers can't keep getting away with it. How the fuck do you? I don't. You know who the Packers are? The Packers are like they're like that serial the serial relationship friend in the friend group where like he's starting to get tired of his girlfriend, and then all of a sudden he's like really good friends with like the cute fucking waitress. You know what I'm saying? He's friends with the cute waitress, and then all but you blink, and then you're like, "What? You broke up with so and so?" Oh yeah, you know, we had a fight and blah 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 blah. And then 3 months later, the new girl's moving into his house, and the cycle repeats every 6 years. That's what the Packers are. They're toxic. They're toxic relationship.
You'll get one. You'll get one. and then you maybe a couple years. Caleb Williams, maybe.
In a couple of years, motherfucker, it's been since 1991. What are you talking about? It's been 2 of your lifetimes.
What about Caleb Williams, Archie Manning, Bo Nix?
Can I tell you something? If there's one franchise that would fuck up a fucking Manning,
It
the
would be the
Las
Raiders.
Vegas Raiders.
It would be the Raiders.
Going to the Colts.
You imagine like Peyton having something to say about Archie.
And you
Manning
fuck.
from Raiders.
There's no chance. They wouldn't even let Eli play for the Chargers. There's 0 chance they're going to let Archie play for the fucking Raiders. Are you kidding me? They're going to say, who's the coach? And who's the owner, that dickhead with the fucking bowl cut? Get the fuck out of here. It's not
Can you imagine
going
the
to
video of
fucking
them
Raiders.
calling Arch on draft day? Like, hey, you want to play for the Raiders?
Bro, they're going to be on the Manning cast and be like, who's on the clock? Nah. Let's go back to for your senior year at Texas.
Swipe left.
Anyway, what about Jordan Love? What?
No, like it's what do you like most about football season that's not football?
Oh, who?
And then you and I answered, but Cooper probably didn't give half it.
Who cares?
Guys,
I like.
go ahead, Coop.
I like.
Smooth.
Oh,
Did you fall?
I was picking up his broccoli.
I don't know, the vibe, the whole vibe around the day, kind of like you said, Rolls, like just having the day itself to have one thing that you can focus on, and like you said, baseball, soccer, football, everything, like they play almost every day of the week for 6 months, 7 months. In football, you have one day where it's just like everybody just kind of conjoins and just in a community and just like, yeah.
Brother, I'm not conjoining with nobody on Sunday. I ate too much food.
Like, I don't know.
I do all my conjoining on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, Monday, Thursday nights.
Every Wednesday night on date night, I do my conjoining. What about you, Gabe? What do you like the most about football season?
Man, it's got to be like all the offshoot activities that come from football, like fantasy.
Except tailgating.
Yeah, tailgating sober is not ideal.
It's not great drunk either. I don't know why these motherfuckers do it.
I don't know. Are people trying to get you to play like games that are only fun if you're drinking with like Red Bull? Seems to like that Thunderstruck game whenever we go to the tailgate.
Mm.
Like, oh, let's drink a Red Bull. I'm like, fuck
That must be
why?
just a KC thing, because I've never seen that shit until I came here.
Yeah, I think honestly, it's been so weird living in KC my whole life, and then finding out that other places don't tailgate. I'm like, oh, that's just you can just go to the game and watch it.
Yep.
Dude, it's fantastic.
there for
I don't know
an hour.
why anybody would do it any other way.
Yeah, no, being there for 12 hours is not good.
Props to you, bro. I don't know how you do it, man.
I just stay on my phone with my iPad up.
That's kind of how he
Other
does
games.
this podcast.
Yeah.
He's doing
No kidding.
homework. Doing homework while we're fucking talking. You know, that's actually a great idea for you. When you get dragged to these fucking tailgates, bring your fucking iPad, do your homework.
I did last time, and then I also watched the other games.
You brought jelly beans?
At that.
What's the other games?
Don't watch the
Oh.
other games. But yeah, jelly beans should be a good idea too. Snack.
Just
This is our translator, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you were watching the other games, why wouldn't you just stay the fuck home and watch the other games?
I don't know. Just,
Did you road ticket?
I'm gonna tug it, I guess. I mean, I
You
don't
wanna
mind
But
it.
you
I don't
didn't
mind tailgating.
tailgate. You watched the other games. Like that's one of
Let's
the.
talk about beer in hand.
You can do
Can't
that
have
at
a
the
beer in
house.
Yeah, I
You
don't
can
know.
have your Wi-Fi fridge. Bring you one.
Only if it could, man. I'm
You
gonna
can
try
have
to
your
rock it
breakfast
to do that.
All right. What about you, Bolly? What's your favorite thing about?
Fantasy and the shit talking that
Really?
comes with it. Yeah, all the
Really?
shit talking that comes with it, and
Oh.
seeing Ben
After
freak
Oh,
out.
getting
we're gonna
fantasy?
talk about fantasy here in a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
About how much fun you had today.
No kidding.
What else we got? What else we gonna talk about?
The third question, Devin.
Yeah,
Emmy.
I'm putting my phone. Sorry. There you go. Yeah.
How far you gotta scroll for 3 questions? I don't.
It's like it wasn't there and then it popped out. Okay. Anyway, what player do you think will be the first traded?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans for sure.
I say
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor after the worst scene.
Jonathan Taylor's not getting traded.
Dude, he's gonna
The
play
top-
faithful this year.
The Browns.
He's not gonna get
No.
traded. Bro, the Browns are good. You see that Ford kid?
Yeah, dude, they don't.
And they have the in case of emergency break glass Kareem Hunt card to still play.
True. But I still okay. Okay, if not JT, I honestly will go Cooper Cup. I don't think Cooper Cup will play for the Rams this year.
They're not gonna trade Cooper Cup. Why would they trade Cooper Cup?
I mean, they're 1-1. I'm thinking about it. This is more like a preseason thought.
He's like injured.
Yeah, he
It's hard to trade people.
He might not play for the Rams for a completely different reason. This shit.
Yeah.
Like
I thought it was just like a little pulled hamstring that he got.
Nah, dog.
Nah,
he
man,
went to
no.
3 different specialists, and they're all like,
And I heard someone else bring it up, but like he lives in LA, where like a lot of the world's best doctors are, and they
Mhm.
left to go to Minnesota to see like a specific hamstring specialist. So like,
yeah, like it
I
might be.
think it's more intense than they let it go.
It might be. We might never see this motherfucker again.
Damn.
But it's okay. They got
Someone-
Puka. They got Puka Papa and Tutu.
Puka Nakua.
What about you, Gabe? Who do you think is getting traded?
I don't know. I like the idea of Mike Evans coming to Kansas City.
Pussy patient.
It's gonna kill. It's gonna kill his fantasy value, but it'll be
Yeah,
fucking
for sure.
great. It'll
I mean,
be
it
good for
changes
you
the wide
guys for
receiver
sure.
room.
Yeah, it'll be good for you guys for sure.
Yeah.
But you think what?
I think Marquise Brown gets traded.
I think so too.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think like I just don't see him staying there with the situation that the Cardinals are in. I think
I see
they
him.
just
I see him going to the Giants.
You know who's a fun?
Like-
you know who's a fun guy to get traded? Kyler Murray to Atlanta.
No, I saw Kyler
You
Murray
know-
to the Jets, but obviously I don't know.
Zero chance. Zero chance.
That's-
he
that's-
he
no,
goes
that's
to New
not
York.
gonna happen.
Zero chance. There's not a chance he would survive in the media shitstorm in New York.
Do it. Cam Akers
Well,
gets
honestly,
traded.
Kyler to Atlanta. if Atlanta's like sitting there, like we're serious this year, like week 5.
If Atlanta's like
sitting-
4-4,
Yeah.
and it's obvious that this fucking dickhead is whatever, that there's no reason not to make that trade. There's just not.
And they don't even have. What would they have to give up? Maybe like
A 3rd-round pick and eat his
Yeah.
whole contract.
Yeah.
Like
cap space too. They don't have that. The Falcons don't spend money on anyone.
they should have fucking made an offer to Lamar Jackson.
I think
That's
they
what
did.
they should have fucking done.
I don't think it was big like what he wanted.
I just got the Guillotine League notification.
Yeah. Did it?
What else
Well,
we have? What
John,
else?
welcome to my team.
What else do we have so we can start talking about fantasy?
Well, brother hasn't even said that fucking.
Probably is doing
trade.
homework. He's not even fucking in this conversation. What are we talking
Anyway.
about?
I said Mike Evans.
Prediction for
He's
your
not
first fired for your first coach fired.
Brandon
Staley.
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 Okay, well,
Staley or fucking
we agree.
They coach
the
of the year.
fucking dickhead, that's coaching Chicago.
Oh, Eberflus.
Eberflus. Yeah, he's fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
Dude, the fact that what's his name? Mapletron, Chase Claypool still has a job there.
Yeah, he's atrocious. I just him and the fucking the Minnesota won't do it because they were in the playoffs last year, but that coach is fucking bad.
Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah,
Or-
bad.
yeah.
They do less. It's one thing to be a bad coach with bad personnel like on Chicago. But when you're a bad coach and you have good players at almost every position, there's no fucking excuse. Could you imagine what Mike Vrabel would do with that fucking roster? They would be Minnesota would be fucking 15-1 with Mike Vrabel running that fucking show. Like it's just get the fuck out of here.
And I do have an extra one that I just thought of.
Well, we have two more.
One more.
Well, one plus the one you just thought of. That's two.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, what's the next question?
So far, who do you think's gonna win comeback player of the year?
Fucking Ken Hamlin. What are you talking about? Or DeMar Hamlin, right?
DeMar
Hamlin.
Yeah,
Oh,
DeMar
okay.
Hamlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to give it to him. It's it's like a Alex Smith situation where but the dude died. Like
Yeah, the motherfucker died. And then came back. That's literally the definition of comeback player of the year. He came back from the dead.
You're gonna rename it the Lazarus Award.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Never
have
mind.
to,
That
right?
would be a good question.
All right,
I
last
won't
one.
pick him in the spot anymore. We're done though.
Did we talk about who's the first QB to get benched?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're so right, bro. Yeah. Who do you
Yeah,
guys
that's why I
think
said
is
two,
the QB
motherfucker.
benched?
Mac Jones.
No,
They don't even have a backup.
Their backup is Zappy, and
He's
they
on the
tried that
practice
last
squad.
year. They tried that last year.
I think
Who did they sign to be the backup, and he went missing in action? The fucking
Cunningham.
yeah. They don't have a choice with Mac Jones.
I
Who
say
should
Desmond
be- who
Ridder
should
after a
be-
terrible game.
Desmond Ridder should be the first QB bench, but they're not going to do it because they won't bench him unless they trade for somebody.
Oh, they also apparently signed Matt Corral.
They're not benching Mac
Patriots
Jones
did.
for fucking Matt Corral. You fucking
I just don't think he's like.
You know who I think the first quarterback that's going to get benched is?
Hmm.
Russell Wilson.
That would be funny.
Not because he's not good enough. I just think Sean Payton hates him.
Dude, I also think Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Not that
His
Sean
favorite.
Payton's not a fucking
For Jarrett
scumbag.
Stidham.
Bro, Jarrett Stidham was the best. It was the best Raiders quarterback in the last 20 years, and I have the stats to prove it.
Yeah.
Not that that's a high bar, but you know, he fell.
I don't think
success.
Russell would get benched though. Like I don't think they would do it.
Dude, Sean Payton's not made.
I
for
think
Russell.
he's out of. I think he gets traded or something happens to him next year.
You know
when he's not
how
gonna be on the
how I
Broncos.
know something's going on with Russell Wilson? Sean Payton publicly said that Russell Wilson needs to start wearing a fucking wristband so he can do the play calls in the huddle.
Yeah.
They burned 3 timeouts in the first half because the wrong personnel and the wrong play call was getting relayed to the fucking people in the huddle. And that's because Russell Wilson refuses to just go XYZ, blue, purple, blah, blah, blah. He wants to do it all off the fucking dome. Like he's the best freestyle rapper of all time.
He is the Danger Russ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that dude is so cringy. Like
Corny.
in his commercials.
Corny.
Yeah.
Broncos country. That's right. Any other
What about you, Braulio?
QBs that you think are going to get fucking benched?
Zach Wilson getting traded.
Zach Wilson.
Not traded.
Well,
but
I mean, besides the
trading for
obvious,
yeah.
Zach Wilson getting fucking run out of town with his fucking punchable face.
He did have like possibly the worst case scenario for where to start too, like coming in to back up against the Bills and then having to go and play the Jets or the Cowboys rather.
Bro, the Cowboys defense is fucking ferocious.
Like
They-
Not comparison, bro.
They've scored the second most fantasy points of all
Of anybody.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
This was
They
a
had,
hell
like,
of a year for
56
us to have
points.
no defense because whoever had the Cowboys defense, we would have been looking at them like, you ain't better than us. You just happened to get the Cowboys defense in the.
That's how I
fourth
lost
round or
most of them
whatever.
last year, bro. Mostly kickers, bro. Fucking kicker. Last year, man.
The bad man, the bad man's
games.
not here. The bad man's not here to hurt you anymore. We don't have to worry about
Good.
don't worry about Shell Dog.
I literally lost 4 games because of a kicker, bro.
Yeah. All right, so you want to just transition on to fantasy?
Yeah.
Fantasy.
football.
Fancy.
Fantasy. Do you want to talk about the sleeper league first or the guillotine league?
Yeah, we finished talking about guillotine.
Gabe, explain
I'm not in
to
it, sorry.
explain to the viewers how a guillotine league works.
So in a guillotine league, ideally you would have 18 people, one for each week. And then at the end of each week, instead of going head to head, just the team that scores the lowest gets chopped from the league. All of their players go back into free agency for the other members to then bid on. And so that just keeps going until there's one team standing.
Which I won last year.
Right, which probably won last year. So coming into this week, and
Barely won last year.
into
Hey, it was
tonight's
pretty
game.
like 20 points.
Yeah, so coming into tonight's game, I think Ryan had the lowest score and the lowest projected score, and he had George Pickens to play. Then
He went off.
Then Seabass had the next lowest, and he had Najee Harris to play. And then Braulio had the next lowest score with Donovan Peoples-Jones, and then me with Nick Chubb. And Nick Chubb was having a hell of a game until his leg got broken in half. And so from that point on, I had no possibility of more points, with 0.3 points more than Braulio had. So going into that, after that, then we watched 70-yard touchdown, and Ryan jumped 4 spots ahead of us. And then Najee Harris broke off a 20-yard run and a 10-yard run and jumped in front of both of us. So now for basically the entire second half, Braulio and I are watching Donovan Peoples-Jones need to make one reception for him to jump in the lead. And just nothing.
Never happened.
And
In the last play of the game.
the final play of the game, he finally gets a target. It's like 5 yards out of bounds and like possibly a defensive pass interference that didn't get called.
There is nothing like watching your friend have to root for a rapist so that he doesn't get kicked out of a fucking fantasy league that doesn't really mean anything.
Hey, it's a point. I literally just needed a catch.
He's still on it.
He needed just honestly a jet sweep for 3 yards.
Yeah, he could have rushed for 4 yards and like he would have taken
I just an unbelievable finish. I mean, that's a top 5 fantasy finish of all time. Just on a random week 3, like that's fantastic.
0.3 points separates the last 2.
That's why I like the guillotine league so much, because it's so intense every week.
Yeah.
Like
And
you're not punting, like you're not punting 1 week because it's whatever. All my guys are on a bye. Who gives nah. You got to be on point every week.
And then fucking Pizza Man was cooking, bro.
Unlike
Who knew it when they drafted Gronkowski?
This motherfucker. Is this the luckiest fucking fantasy week of all time? Look at this. 28 points from Jalen Hurts. That's 8 points from Isaiah Pacheco on that one fucking run. Raheem Mostert has the fucking day of his life, 26 points. The number 2 wide receiver on a team that has fucking Jamar Chase has 30 points. Gabe Davis, 22 points. The 3rd receiver on Buffalo gets 32 points. AJ Dillon, whatever. Zay Flowers, 10 points. Dawson Knox, 10 points. And on his bench, Adam fucking Thielen.
And Hunter Henry with 20 points.
The rotting corpse of Adam Thielen, 20 points.
Dude, you know what's fucked up is last week I told him, I was like, dude, like I was looking at his team, which at that point still had Gronkowski and Leonard Fournette on it. One of whom is retired, the other who doesn't have a team yet. And so I told him to plug in Adam Thielen. I was like, well, because he'll be like the number one. And he started giving me shit at the end of the week. He said, oh, I can't believe I played Adam Thielen. I'm like, you drafted someone who's been retired for 2 years. So like hearing him today talk about this fantasy league was like, anytime you watch a kid that like started as a freshman and then became a sophomore in the same activity, then talking about that previous year, like just the most like arrogant. Oh yeah, well Brian or Brawley or Gabe is definitely going to be out tonight.
Look at
especially
look
when
at
he talks to you with that fucking haircut.
Yeah,
Just
look at T-Vest's team. He had Alvin Kamara.
he started Alvin Kamara.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he told me his computer wasn't working for the last couple of days, and he couldn't go in and fix his lineup. I mean, he could have told. Yeah.
I love that this was the kid that was gonna help me build my computer. He can't get it to work a fantasy football league. Bro, he's lucky TJ Hawkinson got 26 points. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. He should have been cut too.
yeah.
He has guys on his team that I didn't know were still like we're still playing with Jackson Smith and Jigba. What?
The rookie.
Alec Pierce is on his team. Noah Fant.
I like Sean Tucker, the backup running back to Tampa behind Rashad White.
Unreal.
He made it. He's probably gonna get. He has to get cut next week, right?
100%. Because there's no way that Gabe. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna replace the Nick
I
Chubb.
lost Nick Chubb and David Montgomery this week.
Ooh.
Who is Nico Collins? Are you kidding me?
Oh, he's good. He's the receiver
Number
one for the
one.
Texans.
He's like the only weapon for CJ
Yeah.
Stroud.
Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Your bench isn't, but why weren't you starting Garrett Wilson?
I thought the Cowboys were going to do what the Bills did and just like not let
Well,
them
to be
get
fair
the
though,
ball.
Garrett Wilson was locked up into that.
Well, they
one
pretty much
round
did
play.
that, and then he Super Saiyan them for a couple of plays.
Yeah. Now
No,
that I know
one
that-
play. It was one play that gave him all the points.
Yeah.
He has 2 receptions.
Oh, you had Puka Luka on the bench. You're fine. If you just play the right guys, you're fine.
I mean, technically that's true for everyone.
That actually, no. Have you looked at my sleeper team? No. And some teams just don't have the right guys. All right. What do you guys want to talk about sleeper now? Do you guys want to talk about the girlfriend draft?
Oh yeah. Hey, let me talk some shit real quick.
Uh-oh. All right,
He should that is cool. He should that is homework for this.
All right, wait. Before we do that, let's explain the concept of the girlfriend draft.
Oh yeah.
Somebody besides
So-
Brian.
Yeah.
So on Friday night, Emma came up to me and Gabe and was like, "Hey, I want to do a
No, describe the concept of the girlfriend draft, and then we'll tell stories about it.
Story. It's gonna establish a villain and everything.
Gabe, why don't you, since you have the clearest speaking voice, why don't you do that?
All right. So the whole concept behind the girlfriend draft was we were just going to have, without any coaching or like during the draft, have our girlfriends or sister, in Cooper's case, draft for us. And then afterwards, we manage the teams from then on out. And we're only allowed one acquisition in the free agency each week. What we can do is unlimited trades. And so it's a 6-person league. Well, actually, it's like a 5-team league with one trash team. So all the teams are stacked. Well, not all of them.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
And he
Someone-
forgets to add people.
Definitely seems like Bree was mad at Brawley whenever they did that draft.
My best friend.
But coming to that point,
She took my
Yeah,
house.
she took home, so 1-1. But I don't know if you saw in the group chat earlier this week, Cooper sent a picture of comparing his bench to my bench, right? Because half of my bench has non-players. And I just want to say that I actually beat Cooper on the group league. So you should start your bench next time, buddy.
All right, let's take a look at the teams that our girlfriends drafted. Hold on. Oh, this is a wrong. We're in the shadow league. Let's start with Gabe since he scored 160 points this week. All right, settle down. All right. You guys all with us? All right.
Yep.
How come it won't just show me the team?
What's he getting?
Why won't it just fucking show me Gabe's team?
League. Click it.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah, there you go.
Justin Fields, Bijan. These are all draft picks from your girl picked, right?
Yeah.
You didn't add anybody, right? Justin Fields, Bijan,
Dude has 3 first
King
round
Henry, Jamar Chase. You might as well have 4 first round picks. Metcalf, Darren Waller, Keenan Allen, Lockett. Oh, we're doing kickers? That's right.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker, Trevor Lawrence. That was a good bench, by the way. Trevor Lawrence, Madison, Garrett Wilson, Watson, and Dallas Goedert. That's a pretty solid team.
Yeah, Carolyn did a good job.
She did do a good job. I have live footage of you reacting to that. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because she actually sent me on a coffee run while we were doing the actual draft. So I got back to. I was expecting much worse. Like I didn't read any of your guys' messages or anything until I got back, and then I started as I walked steps to my apartment to look at my team. I started reading all of yours in volley. I was like, "Why is Bree scrolling past active Titans?"
All right, let's go.
I don't know any of the names. I don't know anybody.
Nice. Whoa. All right.
I saw Trevor Lawrence though, and I was like, "Oh, Gabe loves Trevor Lawrence."
Oh. Whoa. This team is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was emoting a lot that day.
I don't know why you think I love Trevor Lawrence, but I mean, I'm glad you got him.
It's like the only name that I recognize. It's like the names that everybody else already took, like Bree at the beginning. Hello.
He looks so excited like a kid on Christmas.
I don't know any players' names.
Just like, have him.
And then Jess took Travis Kelce.
No, for real, because I was like, "Oh, Jamar. Oh,
Your mom took Tyreek Hill.
How did you keep getting these people?
Like personally?
No.
Turns out.
No.
Turns out. So we need to talk about this Trevor Lawrence thing.
Yeah, somewhere last year, I guess, Carolyn got the impression that I was a huge Trevor Lawrence fan. I don't know where she from. I do remember us having a couple conversations where I said that he looked like a reptilian, like an alien. Like that happened a couple times last year.
Really?
I said, yeah, I remember mentioning that. Maybe that translated.
Tell us about Gabe's love affair with
No, I'm not
Trevor
talking
Lawrence.
about Trevor Lawrence anymore. I'm tired of talking about fucking Trevor Lawrence. Stupid ass. I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Just the one time you mentioned it?
Just the once.
But, I wouldn't know his name if he didn't talk about Trevor Lawrence.
That's fair.
No, it's a narrative, Jackson, and then I started with that.
He should know that. But he wants to guilt trip me, make it sound like I can't even. I'm getting worked up right now, dog.
Your response.
Know why she would betray me like that?
Braulio, tell us about your draft experience with my best friend. But you better watch your fucking
It started good with the first pick, and then the second, and then after the third, like, she keeps scrolling down to like the 500 to 600 range.
What's your team name?
Tex-Mex.
The Tex-Mex.
Yeah, of course it is. All right, so you got Patty.
Yep.
You got the younger Cook brother. You got Chef.
Yep. James Dalvin instead of Dalvin James.
Yeah. You've got C. Brooks.
He doesn't have he used to play for the Dolphins. Yeah.
I'm not screaming. He used to play for the Dolphins. What happened?
I don't know, man. He doesn't live in the roster anymore. So I don't know what you got, man.
Oh.
Cooper, how'd you lose?
Devontae. You got Devontae. You got You got Evan
guys
Ingram.
started the wrong guys.
It's like Cooper, you had some draft day drama anyways.
You got Puka Nuka.
Yeah.
That must have been a pickup, right?
Yeah, I picked that.
Yeah,
it
was a waiver.
Tyler Bass. You got Lamar.
And then look at my bench. Perfect bench.
Tough.
Look at my bench.
Tough. At least you got a kicker down there.
Yeah.
You got 2 kickers. What was Bree's response to your obvious dismay about having an empty bench?
She didn't know. Like she noticed her numbers were going lower, but she thought, I don't know what she thought.
Thought it was golf.
Like she didn't bother scrolling back up. She just keeps scrolling lower.
Oh. All right, Cooper.
Yeah.
Tell us about your draft day shenanigans.
So Emma left work early.
Who's Emma?
Like,
Nobody knows who
my
Emma is.
my sister Emma. We did this whole league because of her. She wanted to do it and everything, so we got everything situated. And then we had our draft day. Like, hey, this is the time that we're doing it. This is the only time I need you available. And she went home and then fell asleep. And so I didn't have anybody to draft for me initially. And Julie, one of our managers at New Philly, was there. And I went up to her and I was like, hey, can you draft our fantasy football team real quick? And she was like, yeah, cool. And then and her draft strategy was, oh, this team was good last year. He must be good. And so it worked out.
What's funny is you've inadvertently gotten her into fantasy a little bit because now every week she's
she
Really?
she keeps on she texts me like every week to see how my team's
To
doing.
see how the team's doing?
Yeah.
All right, so
It's been rough. It's been a rough 2 weeks.
You've got Josh Allen. All right. You've got the Kelly kid. You got Swift. That's a good one. Tyreek, Olave, Knox, Pittman, Goodwin. You have a lot of guys that should be on the bench, and then a lot of guys on the bench that should be starting.
Mm-hmm. I still beat him though. That's okay.
Yeah, Joe Mixon, White, Mike Williams, T. Higgins sitting there, 30 points on the bench, killing it. JJ Addison. That's a solid team. Good job,
not that
Julie.
solid.
Good.
They're okay.
Not solid enough for
Good job,
Brooks,
Julie.
bro. Steve Brooks came in clutch.
Good job. What's his name? Chris Brooks?
Chris Brooks.
Cool. From the same college as Zach Wilson.
Oh, that weird Mormon school?
Mm-hmm.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Emmy, how did your draft go?
I think I did pretty good. Actually,
You didn't do anything.
No, I'm really impressed. No, actually, no, wait. So we did this the night before the draft, and then she was still packing for Israel during all this, and she still like stayed up for like an hour. Like, and she didn't even tell me, and then she was just watching Fantasy Focus, and then she wrote down a huge Google Doc and highlighted players, and then if she saw Colts or Indy, she would like double highlight it, like, and then put a star next to them. That's why I ended up with AR and Justin.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, was that an ad or did she draft him for you?
No, she drafted him.
Oh, what a good girlfriend you have.
Mm-hmm. And then apart from that, she like Waddle a lot. She said Waddle.
Oh, she jumped on the Kyle Pitts hand grenade.
Well, she thought it was funny, Pitts, and then
she drafted your team as if she was picking the NCAA bracket.
And then I told her you should draft.
Of course you have Young Ho.
That was kind of me. I told her, baby, you should draft him. Support the culture.
Support the culture. The Ho culture or the Asian culture?
The Asian culture. And then
bro, how is your whole team injured already?
I don't know, man.
Everybody's hurt on your team.
Yeah, Ryan destroyed me this week. Actually, not really. I barely lost.
Well, yeah, but I mean, half your team is like got hurt halfway through their game.
Yep.
Ayuk got hurt. Amon-Ra St.
I
Brown
just
got
realized
hurt.
how the whole
Saquon
team
got
is
hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the entire squad is hurt.
I have to trade bro.
Well, James Conner is still hanging on strong.
Bro, I'll take
I'll
Chris
trade my
Brooks
bench,
off your
I mean.
hands. I'll take Chris Brooks off your hands.
I'll give him
But
a
I
whole
need to
bench
change,
for
I need to
any
change my
player he
team
wants.
name. My team name is go to the rice and beans. Here's again.
That's actually hilarious.
And you guys just get the update.
Because his girlfriend's Asian and he's Mexican. Get it?
But yeah, I'm actually really happy with the strat that she did. And then the effort she put pretty dope too.
Well, I was super impressed by what Caitlin put together. I really was until Mr. Chubb's knee fucking exploded into 7 pieces on national television.
Yeah, that was a gnarly.
T's and P's for Nick Chubb. Jesus Christ. We're not going to show that replay here. But it's bad when Joe Buck goes, hey, we saw the replay off air. We're not going to show that. We're not going to show that.
We can't hear that.
Jesus Christ.
And they showed the whole stadium to break them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
The entire stadium went, oh!
I showed Carolyn the video and she's like, why did you show me that?
Dude, I saw it on Reddit. I was like, it can't be worse than like Napoleon McCallum or like Joe Theismann. It was on that level.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah. Do not watch it. If you're out there and you haven't seen it yet, don't Google it. It's not great. We had a blowout victory over Team 8 this week.
It's like you didn't even make it close to the median.
Dude, look. AJ Brown had 6 points. I had to start Njoku because Mark Andrews was hurt, allegedly. Not really. Pickens, I didn't start just because I was playing the dummy team. I wasn't gonna fucking like sweat.
We're gonna rest him for next week.
Yeah, he's got yeah. Listen, he had a fucking vicious accident with a field goal post. But she drafted a hell of a team, and I have some footage of the draft. You guys want to see her draft strategy? Her draft strategy? Yeah. Here's her draft strategy.
Who'd you pick?
Justin Jefferson.
Wide receiver, Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
What was your strategy going in?
Well, okay.
No. What was your strategy going in?
I said running back, but the research I did was get Justin or Chase if they're available. If not, go into running.
She had the number 2 pick.
Where'd you do this research?
Across
So her strategy was get a running back unless one of the top
Are you
2
not happy
receivers were
already?
available.
Are you
She had the
disappointed
number
in
2
me
guy.
already?
That's how it started. I had to explain to her what the PUP list was.
Would you just ask me?
What PUP meant?
You don't know what PUP is?
No, I didn't realize what's
I
happening.
had to explain that to probably not so long ago.
Means you got a new puppy this week.
No, it's not what I thought it meant.
PUP list.
Well, I knew it was like red, so I knew it had something to do with his playing ability, but I just didn't know.
She's on the PUP list.
Are you feeling
Yeah, she didn't know what the PUP list was. You think I also got betrayed, Gabe?
Which kicker did you draft?
Ultimate betrayal.
On the Raiders.
Yep.
Because that's a team that has to kick a lot of 3-pointers, right?
Yep.
Because they don't score a lot of touchdowns.
Yes, unfortunately.
Be the ones that you love the most that hurt you the worst.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to help you in fantasy. I can do.
Yeah, she drafted a hell of a team that half of them have one leg now. Yeah. And she apologized for Nick Chubb dying on the field. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like it was your fault. You should feel bad."
Equal parts her and Mika Fitzpatrick.
So, was that a dirty hit or no?
Oh yeah, I mean it was like below the knee. No, I mean like at the knee.
Below the knee.
Yeah,
I mean,
He went right at his ankle, but like.
Well, see, I mean, he was already wrapped up by 2 people. No, he
Yes.
just fell in, so yeah, that's a dirty hit.
he's also like near the goal. Like he's like 3 yards away from the goal line.
Right. Like he's.
We should do that in our football games on Friday nights.
I think if I had Gabe on my back and you came diving at my ankle, we'd have a word. We would have a word. I don't know if it was a dirty hit, but like.
Oh, he obviously didn't mean to do it.
No, he wasn't trying to hurt him. What I'm saying is like the NFL loves to make a big show about we're protecting these players from concussions, but it's perfectly legal to launch yourself like a missile at another man's knee.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we really talking about here? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's dirty, but it's definitely like, maybe we should not do that. I don't know. I would rather you shoot me. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like if you shot me in the thigh, I'd be able to play in 6 weeks like the fucking running back in Washington. He got shot 3 times. He was playing 6 weeks later. Nick Chubb ain't playing until next year.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he wouldn't play at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might be done.
I would rather you shoot me.
David Hamilton, Super Crip, that got shot on like a Tuesday and played on a Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's enough of the girlfriend draft.
Prayers to Nick Chubb, though.
Yeah, T's and P's.
Yeah.
I'm sure his knee is gonna get better. His knee is gonna get better 2 days faster now because you're praying for fucking his ACL.
Yeah. Yeah. God was waiting for me. He's like, oh, I mean to say it. Sapped him. He just got sapped. Actually, I just heard.
Yeah. Well, that's why all those babies are getting raped and murdered in Africa because he's waiting for you to pray about Nick Chubb's fucking knee.
I'll do it right now.
But not for the babies, though. All right. Those babies don't score points.
Those babies don't put up numbers.
Speaking of horrible people putting up points, Cooper, let's talk about Deshaun Watson.
Hey, he's on my bench.
Mhm.
Yeah, but what's the reason you drafted him?
I drafted him. I don't know. He was there in like the 12th round, and so I just kind of picked him because like Cleveland's going to be decent this year. So
Are they?
I
Are they?
yeah, I feel like they will. But
When is that going to happen?
yeah, whenever they play a
What was that?
city
Say
team,
how we feel
which
about
should be soon.
But it's not anymore.
I'm not giving you any help. Like,
I know, I'm not asking for help. And we don't draft Deshaun Watson.
Giving you surprise footage, just dropping
Because
into
he's
the
what?
middle of the
because he's a rapist.
Yep.
Why would nobody would draft Deshaun Watson, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Who
a
drafted-
disgusting human being would draft Deshaun
Who
Watson,
drafted
right?
Deshaun
I mean, they-
Watson?
Only a
They
piece
play
of
the
shit with
Colts
tiny
week
little
6.
fucking fingers would draft Deshaun fucking Watson, right?
Cooper
You start
did?
Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson against the Colts.
Yeah.
You better not, bro.
Don't put that rapey energy on fucking on on AR. Fuck is the matter with you, man?
He's a
Didn't he get called like 3 face masks today? He's putting his fingers everywhere.
He saw a moving hole and he just had to fucking stick his hands in it. Cooper, defend yourself for drafting Deshaun Watson, knowing full well you would have been able to get him in the free agent pool and not get made fun of on camera for it.
I don't know. I really can't defend myself because like I mean I don't know.
You're there. You're
I
so
don't
close.
Just say it, dude.
Say it. You don't want to say it.
Say it. You don't care about women getting raped. Just say it.
You care about what?
He doesn't. What do you care about?
Your famous line.
Say it again.
It's your team slogan.
Say it.
No,
That's what you should change your team name to.
For real.
no, small head matters. The team.
All that matters is the team.
Not consent.
It's small.
Wow.
Consent doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Cooper, I'll help you. I felt like if he.
As long as they put up numbers, buddy.
Yeah.
Cooper said in draft day, if he puts up points.
Cooper, we're all proud of you. It's one thing to make a terrible decision, but it's another thing to double down on it. And that's what you're doing. We love that. What else?
I've never seen you be this quiet for this long, Coop.
I'm also putting myself on mute like sometimes because my roommate's playing video games. So
He doesn't have a headset?
No, but like he's giving call outs, bro.
Oh. That's
Like,
fine. We can listen to his call outs. It's cool. What else we have to talk about?
Your team.
What team?
You said sleeper, right?
Oh, you want to talk about sleeper?
I want to go through your thought process throughout the draft for this one.
My thought process?
Yeah.
I didn't have a thought process. I said to myself, I'm gonna try to get some good running backs because I have a wide receiver in my back pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was too busy like eating sausages and talking shit to the camera to like pay attention. And then after the draft, I'm looking at my team and I'm like, oh, this is a tank year for sure. For sure, this is a tank year. This is a bad team, guys.
By the way, props on the draft video. That was like super funny.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, thanks.
That was great.
yeah,
Thanks. I worked really hard on it for 45 minutes. This is a tough team. It's not great. It's not great. And I'm in one of those situations where it's like I have 3 reasonably good quarterbacks, and I will definitely start the wrong one every fucking week. Every week I'm gonna start the wrong one.
Next week I will probably start Love. No,
I think next week is the week you start Tua, because Tua is playing Denver next week, right?
Oh yeah.
So that is a 400-yard game waiting to happen. So I know this will be his first concussion. And Najee, I knew he wasn't going to get me rushing yards, but he's good for 6 receptions a game, at least as of last year.
Yeah, I think Jalen Warren's taken over that role.
Yeah, which is not great. I jumped on the Kyle Pitts hand grenade, not realizing that Desmond Ridder was literally the worst quarterback in the National Football League. Our
problem this year.
Our friend Zay Jones. I was watching a lot of that game. He has a 0. He had 2 touchdown passes that he came down with in the end zone, and his left pinky toe hit the white. 2. Yep. I don't typically get mad about fantasy football, but when it happened the second time, I was fucking furious. Like the first one I let go, but the second one I was fucking mad. Yeah. And it's not like I didn't have anybody to start. Like it's not like that. Don't worry. Like all of these guys except Kamara are gone. I put the waiver claims in like at 12:06 on Sunday. like half the games hadn't even kicked off yet, and I was like, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. The Walruses.
Yeah, I keep waiting for Waller to get in the end zone so I can add an ES to the name.
As a longtime Raider fan, good luck. Good luck. Hey, how'd you get Josh Allen?
Oh man, it's an excellent trade. Just like the art of the deal really came through.
Yeah.
No, honestly, that trade I gave up on it because you were sick that day, and I sent Cooper 2 trades. I sent Ryan a trade. Nothing was happening. I was like, fuck this. I just withdrew the trade, and then the next day I was like driving to get Thai food. And you texted me like, "Why'd you withdraw the trade?" Like, fuck, dude, I'll send it right now.
I also have Damian Pierce in a different league.
Yeah,
that's not going to work out for us, dude. It's not going to work out for us at all.
Yeah. He's a rough one to ride with.
Yeah.
And then having a Detroit running back is also rough.
Well, Montgomery got hurt.
Yeah, but then they started playing Reynolds. Reynolds the next one up.
Dan Campbell likes to have his little fast guy and his big guy. And Gibbs is a little fast guy, which means that he's not going to see a whole lot.
Yeah, he's going to keep getting these
gadgets,
and so it's going to be rough having him. Dude, that week 1 with Devontae Adams, watching Jimmy Garoppolo stare at him for 2 seconds and then immediately go away right as he broke away from
Jacoby.
Yeah, he just hit Jacoby like however many times. I don't know. Brawler's got Jacoby on his team. But yeah, he just peppered Jacoby with himself. And like Devontae Adams is sitting all alone in the end zone.
Tell me about it. Why don't you tell me more about how frustrated you are with Jimmy G? Go ahead.
No, week 1, we were all watching the games. We had the split screen up on there. And so I'm watching Jimmy G not hit Devontae Adams. I'm watching Justin Fields not throw past the line of scrimmage. I was like, why the fuck did I attach myself to the Raiders and the Bears? Like, those fan bases are some of the angriest people I know. Like,
facts. You know why we're mad? You want me to pull the list up? I still got it. Why would I be upset at being a Raider fan? Let's see. You want to go through them again? Because since Jim Plunkett, it's been a whole lot of fuckery. We gave a guy named Schrader 5 years to get it together. Spoiler alert. Even with handing the ball to fucking Bo Jackson and throwing it to Tim Brown, he couldn't fucking get it done. Should I pull up the Bears list of quarterbacks? Because that's a fucking good list too.
Oh, I got you.
That's a good list too. Emmy, let's talk about your team, and you can tell me all about how Raiders suck.
I'm comfortable.
You're comfortable.
Wait, do you have the gift that I gave you, Emmy?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I was hoping you were gonna get chopped. I was gonna hit that right back. Sitting on my table is a memory. I show it to my team every morning. I show it to my fantasy team every morning. This is what we're working for.
Emmy, you're also 0-2. Let's talk about your team.
Okay, let's do it.
What was your draft strategy going into the draft, Mr. High and Mighty?
I was for sure always gonna take either Tyreek Hill or Jamar Chase.
You're gonna take who?
Tyreek Hill or Jamar Chase.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek or Hill or Jamar Chase. Okay. Then I really obviously Jamar Chase is younger. I like the Bengals offense a lot. So you know what? I'm gonna take Chase so I can keep him for how long this league goes for. So I then ended up taking Chase.
But not knowing that Joe Burrow only had one leg.
Well, I mean, literally, I was looking at the game. All the reports said his leg was fine. But anyway.
Whatever. You know what worries me about Joe Burrow? This is we're listening to a lot of the same shit that we heard about Aaron Rodgers all preseason. And all it's going to take is him bending over the wrong way, and that Achilles is going to go.
I hope not.
I hope not too. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, I had then my.
Tell me about the decision to start AR over Kirk Cousins.
Oh, so Kirk Cousins primetime. Primetime Kirk.
Tell me more about primetime Kirk.
Against the Eagles, I was like, you know what? I'm not starting Kirk. And like it was looking good for AR too. AR had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
He had like 18 points in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and then he got knocked the fuck out. You're right.
Yeah, like he would have most likely given me maybe 26. I would have been okay with.
But tell me more about how relying on Raiders is a bad idea.
Oh no, he'll be okay. He'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm honestly, if anything, I'm more worried about ETN just because.
I would worry about ETN too. I don't think that he's not a center point of their offense at all.
Yeah, but like Josh Jacobs, I'm fine with ETN, and that's the guy. I'm like, ugh. Ryan really wants him, so I could probably offload him.
Can I tell you something? If Russell Wilson gets benched, his stock is going to go up.
Oh, I know. And then also
because Russell Wilson is just not.
They've been shopping him too. Like Jerry Jeudy's been shopped. Like he asked for a trade. He'll be traded most likely.
He asked for a trade?
Yeah, he asked for a trade last year.
Huh.
Javonte Williams, I don't know if he'll be okay too.
What about Zach Charbonnet? How is he gonna do?
Oh, I am literally waiting for Kenneth Walker to get like a little like something in his leg. Not like obviously not like a major injury, but like, oh, I don't feel my toe hurts, and he starts, and I can fuck Ryan off. Yeah.
I also have Quentin Johnson in another league.
I like him a lot. I really do. I feel like he'll be.
You know who he strikes me as? He strikes me as a dude who has all the skills to be a receiver, but hasn't like learned how to be a receiver yet.
Yeah, he needs time. He'll be okay. I think he'll take over that Mike Williams role in that offense.
So if he doesn't,
I think in 2-3 years he'll be good. But you got him last round?
Yeah, he was pretty low pay. I know I had him like in 10th, I think. That's when I drafted him. But he'll be like I thought they're gonna draft him this year. Honestly, I thought that they were gonna go away from Mike Williams and then just go with him and Keenan Allen and have Mike Williams be that third option. But obviously it hasn't been like that the last 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens.
Braulio, tell us about your team.
He's fucking chilling.
I'm vibing.
See what I'm talking about? Like he has Brian Robinson. That motherfucker got shot, and he's fine.
Yeah, look at him putting up 28 points.
29. I would rather be shot than whatever the fuck happened to Nick Chubb. You have a lot of guys. You don't have anyone on your bench. What happened?
Eckler got injured.
You're
and,
like the Lakers.
He's like Kristen's last year's team.
But
look, he has JT that will come back week 5 too.
I do have that.
He has what?
Jonathan Taylor.
Where?
In my IR.
You can't see IR.
Oh, it's on IR. Okay.
Yeah.
You keep telling yourself that Jonathan Taylor's coming back in week 5. Whatever helps you sleep at night,
Win.
Oh man.
I'm looking at this
143 and still lost.
That's tough.
Yeah.
He's living my life from last year.
No, and then Ben was freaking out. Ben was ready to offload Waddle, and he was thinking about giving McCaffrey to Barkalow.
For what?
Oh, it was for Chubb, Higgins.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, and then Ben would have quit on the spot.
I told them today that when people are offering you trades and it's like 3/4, 2 nickels, a dime, and 5 pennies for $1, like you're losing. Even like $1 for $1 is you're still losing. That's what Ryan tried to do to him. Tried to give him a handful of change for $1 bill. Like that's how it works.
I feel like Ryan's really worried about that ever since that trade last year with Shelley.
Oh,
what trade? What happened with it?
Remember that? I don't remember what exactly what the trade was, but like as soon as it went through, we were all in the chat like you took advantage of someone who's
it was Terry McLaurin, a bench player. It was like he was giving up Terry McLaurin and he was giving him the bench. Ryan was getting Terry, and then Shelley was giving him the backup to Terry.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
It was
What
super
a
bad.
fucking dick.
It was really dumb. Yeah.
I think you can go back and look at it, right?
No, not all the way. I mean, do you scroll all the way up? Yeah.
I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
I'll go look.
Yeah, you go look. You go look, probably.
No, it's
take a break from your homework.
Oh wait! Oh my God, you can.
There you can.
What was the trade?
I'm looking. I just didn't know that you could go all the way up. I just did.
Great content. What was this fantasy football trade from last year?
No, wait, no. You can only go all the way up to Shelley getting removed from the league.
That was a watershed moment for
you can see all his roster moves and then getting removed.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh my God, I dropped Nico. Oh my God, I dropped Collins. I had him.
I think a lot of people had him last year and were like, this guy's so who the fuck is this guy?
What? Oh my God, I just realized I fucking had him.
Kristen's 0-2?
No, oh no, Gabe. Okay, so it started at Gabe's team. Gabe dropped in. Gabe picked him up again. Gabe dropped him. Then I picked him up. Crazy. Look at Kristen's team. That one's like, ooh.
Kristen has a good team. She just had Calvin Ridley and AJ Brown lay a fucking egg this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
running back. She's gonna be rotating running back in and out. That's like she went. Did she go no RB? I think so, most likely.
No, she has Gus Edwards. She should have just started Gus Edwards. And she has what's his name? Kyrie Williams. If she would have started those two, she would have won. She would have scored 180 points if she would have started. Because that's 30, that's 40 right there. She has a good team. They just haven't scored yet. It's whatever. All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about? We've been here for fucking 2.5 hours.
It's getting late.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, remember, guys. Talk shit, get clicks.